Good evening. The man who threw an infant off an overpass onto the H1 freeway was given a life sentence today with the possibility of parole. Matthew Higa will have to serve at least 15 years in prison, but the prosecutor wants him to serve 200 years. KITV4's Dick ALLGIRE was at the sentencing today. He joins us now with the newsroom with more on tonight's top story. Dick, did Higa speak at the sentencing?
No, Paula, he didn't say a word, but there were some strong words from the prosecutor, Peter Carlisle.
It was a murder that shocked the community. On January 17, 2008, Matthew Higa was high on crystal methamphetamine and threw 23-month-old Cyrus Belt from an overpass onto the freeway. A judge ruled that Belt was alive when he was thrown and found Higa guilty of second-degree murder.
Your Honor, in the dismal history of crystal methamphetamine in Hawaii, the United States, and even internationally, the crime committed by this defendant deserves to live in infamy for decades to come. By leaving him in prison until his death, he will be an ongoing example of methamphetamine use, abuse, addiction, and intoxication.
The judge handed down the mandatory sentence, life with the possibility of parole and a 15-year minimum for killing a child. Higa did not speak. He's appealing the conviction, and his attorney told him to keep his mouth shut.
He's not saying anything because of my advice to him. He's actually a very, well, I don't want to say, but he has care for other people and thoughts of other people. I've spoken to a lot. He's not a. I think this charge is totally aberrant for him.
The Hawaii Paroling Authority will determine how long Higa should serve.
Well, I'm going to ask the Hawaii Paroling Authority for 200 years, and specifically with the desire to see that he remains the rest of his life in prison and that he will not leave prison until he's already deceased.
Relatives of the murdered infant, who were said to be getting high when he died, did not show up for the sentencing.
In terms of the surrounding members of the family of this child, for all intents and purposes, they were always more with crystal meth than they were with the kid. So it doesn't surprise me that they're not here.
So there will be one more hearing before the Paroling Authority where the prosecutor will again demand that Higa never be let out of prison, and maybe then we'll hear from Higa. Dick ALLGIRE, KITV4 News.